Hello everybody, I just wanted to do a little update on what's growing in the house because obviously nothing is growing outside here this time of year. I want to show you the house tomatoes first and then take you to the grow room and show you some of the progress there. Things are still small, but I'm quite pleased with it. We've had a strange winter so far. We've had snow. We get snow one day and then a couple of days later we get a rainstorm and it all off. Currently we have 99% bare ground. There's little patches of snow here and there, so it gives you hope of spring to come, I guess, but it's definitely not here yet. The official day of spring is a month away from today, I guess. I'm filming this on the 22nd, but first day of spring doesn't mean much around here. We still have snow after the first day of spring. Well, let's take a little look around. Well, the house tomatoes have been moved down in front of the glass door. One of them, the one on the right's got some brownish leaves on it, but they both have quite a few tomatoes, some of them getting fairly ripe. On that one there you can see a number of ripe ones. On this one I guess you can probably make out those green ones at the top, and it has one ripe one starting down at the bottom. So I'm very impressed with these things. I didn't know when I started this a year ago if I'd actually get tomatoes out of it, but they don't produce continuously, but these are relatively young plants taken from cuttings, and they certainly, when the tomatoes are ripe, they have a wonderful flavor. So much better than the horrible orange crunchy things that they call tomatoes in the stores here in wintertime. Now let's go have a look at the light garden. Well, this is just sort of a panoramic view of the seedlings. I'm going to bring some up to an upper level here and look at them one at a time and do a bit of a discussion, I guess, but quite satisfied with them. This is the lower level where the tomato plants were, the host tomatoes, and I've moved them out, as I said. The beauty of this system is this tray that they're sitting in here, good 2 inches, 2.5 inches deep, and it's waterproof. So once I get them all down in that level, without the heat mat that I'm still using up above, I can bottom water just by flooding it, either using just straight water or the water that I put the nutrients in. These are all new, mostly new soil, so I haven't used the nutrients this first watering anyway. I just used regular water, but it makes watering them so much easier. Water them all at once. Well, let's have a look at some of them individually. The colors look a little strange. Once again, it's these grow lights. They tend to make the greens look a little different. These are peppers. I'm growing 4 varieties, as I think I mentioned in a previous video. This is Doe Hill, which is a sweet pepper. This is the Amish pimento, which is another sweet pepper. Thai chili, which is a hot pepper, and Espelette, which depends on who you talk to. I don't call it a hot pepper, some people do. It's very mild. What I got this thing up here to show you is I just did these transplants 3 or 4 days ago, and this is what they would have come out of. This is the Doe Hill, but I saved all 4 of the little pots that had extra seedlings in, just in case I lose one, and so far I haven't lost anything, so pretty soon I'll be discarding these, I guess. I hate to do it. I saved 5 of each pepper, so that's 20 pepper plants, and that's probably still more than I will actually plant, so I'll have some to give away. And these are the geraniums that I grew from seed. I'm quite pleased with the way that they're coming on. There were 10 seeds, and out of 10 seeds I managed to get 9 plants. The 10th one germinated, but didn't last much longer after it germinated. There was something wrong with it, I guess, but 90% is not bad in my opinion, and it's probably more geraniums than I'll really want anyway, but coming along nicely. And I think I didn't mention yet, but these lights are now raised way up in the air. Normally they're down just 2 or 3 inches above the plants. But, and this mylar that you see here, there's another mylar sheet that goes over the front as well that reflects all of the light back in on the plants. And these are rhubarb seedlings. If I didn't know for sure that I had planted rhubarb seed, I guess I would never guess that that's what a rhubarb seedling would look like. Evidently the leaves must eventually change into what a conventional rhubarb leaf would look like. Down in here, I don't know if you can see that or not, if I can zoom in on it. I just noticed it anyway, but down in there's sort of a little reddish bit of a leaf starting, so that maybe is going to be the there. If it's ever going to be in focus, that's it, I guess. Maybe that's where the first conventional looking rhubarb leaf will come from. But I only have 5 plants, I think. I'm looking down there counting. All I see is 5, but that's probably quite enough. I think 4 is probably what I want. I've got a 4-foot garden area where I want to plant them, 4-foot square, and 4 rhubarb plants when they get fully grown be big enough for that space. And I have 3 of these lettuce plants growing, the idea being that I'd be able to harvest some lettuce sometime this winter. Little Gem Pearl is the variety, and when it's fully grown in the garden, it's a small head of lettuce, enough to make a couple of salads, I think is what the instructions said. But so far, I wouldn't call them terribly successful under lights. They're kind of floppy. But anyway, they're still growing. Eventually I'll just cut them all back and have a salad out of them, I guess. And the last thing I want to show you is my strawberries, which I'm quite pleased with. So next is the strawberries. I'll take this plastic dome off in just a second here and show you what's underneath. Strawberries are something that have to be stratified, meaning that they have to go through a cold period before they will germinate. So I had this tray with the strawberry seeds planted in it in the refrigerator for a month, covered so that the moisture that's in it wouldn't evaporate away. And I'm not quite certain when I brought it out, but I think it's probably been out for close to 2 weeks now. And I was counting this morning, I think I found 14 little teeny seedlings. Well, if you see the seed on the side of a strawberry, how small it is, you've got to expect the seedlings to start out being small. But there have been a couple of new ones show up just in the last day or two, so perhaps there'll be more yet. I didn't count the seeds, but it said on the packet that there was supposed to be 40 seeds. So got 14 so far anyway. Now, if I can get you in there and show you a seedling. Guess you can see little green dots anyway. Woo! Yeah, try to show that top one. Hopefully that's sort of in focus. Showing that one because it's, if you can tell or not, that's the one that's probably been up the longest. It's got a 3rd leaf starting on it, but they are so tiny. I'll get a finger in there to show you how tiny they are. That's my little finger. Excited. I've never grown strawberries from seed before, and it's been a fun experiment so far. And these are ever-bearing variety, meaning that they'll have their first heavy fruit in June. Not this year. The plants will be too small to produce anything in June. But they carry on producing smaller amounts of strawberries right through until frost. Don't think I had this exact variety before, but I had years ago. I had a patch of ever-bearing ones, and I remember the end of October I was still getting a bowl of strawberries out of it every once in a while. So the packet did say that if these were started early enough, you could get some late-season berries out of it the first year, but maybe, I don't know. They got a lot of growing to do before they're going to produce a strawberry. Well, thank you very much for watching. That is just a little short update on how things are growing in the grow room here. The next thing, I think the next thing that I'll probably start from seed is tomatoes, and I won't start tomatoes until, I don't know, at least the middle of April. They get so tall and lanky, and I can't put them out in the garden until almost the end of May anyway, so my tomatoes won't be started for another month and a half or so, or almost 2 months, I guess. Thank you for watching.